Yo guys, welcome back to another stream. Of course, today we're playing Pro Cycling Manager again with the Team Vorarlberg career mode. Let me just boot it up. Here we are. Last episode we did some French races. If I can look back, here we are. We did Région Pays de la Loire, and we did some one-day races. And in the end, we're, if I remember correctly, quite successful. Let's look at Meissner for a second because he wrote all of them. If you go to this season, let's just look at all the stages. Uitslagen. Yeah, first 8, 9th and 11th, not that great. Second stage was 4th, then a 5th, and in the end a 14th place with Weckele. And in GC we became 5th with Stussy because only seconds in the breakaway, if I remember correctly. So that was that. Then Besançon we won with Yuri Tedome with a last lead out of Marco Schrettel, if I remember correctly. Then Jura, we didn't really have a result, but we are 6th and 8th at the end on the Mont Poupet. And Richard Carapaz won it. And still some guys ahead of us that we may want to sign, like Niels Aberschult. Apart from that, he isn't that much better, and it's interesting to see that, for example, Marco Schrettel was not better than a Todome or a Aberschult today. Something to keep in mind, but that's probably my fault in racing the race. And here we have Tour de Doubs, the last one we got a 9th with Marco Schrettel. So yeah, let's get into the next race of the day. Today we're racing Tour of Turkey. We're going to do it entirely. We'll be simulating GP of Vorarlberg, probably, and Grand Prix Herning. We are 100% skipping. Mostly because it's a .2 race and there aren't very many points to grab there. We are racing with this team, so we have Seth Dunwoody for the sprints, Feuerstein, who got really better at medium mountain and hills and acceleration, Fietske, Martin Messner for GC probably, then Rotman for the sprint lead out, Schrettel for maybe also GC, and Erik Weckele as a domestique, who is hill stat is the highest stat we have in our entire team. And motivation is quite low, especially with Martin Messner. He really wants to win, so let's try and get him that, shan't we? I have not really looked at the competition, but here we are, XDS, Picnic, QG 6.5, Red Bull, Kaga, Optin. A lot of Italian, Turkish teams here. Those are very many teams. So a lot of CT teams, a lot of World Tour teams, and not even that many pro teams, which is a bit interesting, really. But we are the clear favorite for the first stage. Or not clear favorites, together with Nico Dens and Malucelli. We are the favorites, so let's try and make that true. Let's try and win the first stage. And get some much needed points we need for the classement, for the World Tour ranking, or the UCI ranking. I don't know how you say it. But yeah, we have the highest sprint, but we do not have the best acceleration. So podium is probably easier than winning. We just need to get him on top speed, which can be very difficult. At this first stage, I am not going in the break. No, we will. And we are going into the break with... We could go for the mountain jersey with Messner. Let's try and do that actually, because a win is a win. And, well, he is maybe your GC rider. Depends on the form of Schrettel. But anyways, we start here in Istanbul, it looks like. Istanbul to Istanbul, tour of Turkey. Here we have Darren van Beckham, Dutch champion, of course, in this playthrough. Here goes Messna. You guys don't have the pace. Ooh, we had a +1 on Seth Dunwoody, but not on acceleration, which is unfortunate. Let's get someone like Feuerstein has a very good day. Let's get Weckele to protect Seth Dunwoody. And, whoa, Fietske is also a pretty good lead out for today. Unfortunately for Rotman. Rotman has a bad day. Anyways, let's up our pace here at the front to 85. See if we can get clear. The peloton is pacing behind with Wagner. So they don't really want to let us go, which is unfortunate. This guy, Alcon, is very, very tired. Let's just sit up in his wheel and attack again. I would love for us to get clear. Thank you very much. Though not by that much. So that's unfortunate. Let's just sit up for a second. Maybe regain some energy and then attack again. Here are some guys that probably want to go in a breakaway, maybe. Wagner, of course, a team that doesn't exist anymore. Coming year. Let's try and attack again. See if someone... Yeah, they are responding. That is unfortunate. The game isn't really loading that well. That's unfortunate. Let's hope it's just a stage, because otherwise we do have a small problem. If this is going to be the entire episode. Anyways, we get caught, unfortunately, and the mountain jersey, King of Mountain, has just 3 points, so he can't grab any because there's a breakaway of 3. Fortunately, we just missed the breakaway, but that's okay. Let's just fast forward then to the end of the stage. So yeah, welcome back to another episode. Yeah, we're trying to win this, and if you haven't heard, I'm trying to get a bit more, how would you call that? Entertainment for viewers up. So you can join this playthrough, and with joining I mean as a rider. I have made a small little video which I can't upload yet because I haven't paid to download it at a high quality, and I'm not planning to, so I have to wait a bit. But you can get added to the database. I know how to do that, and you can just give some information about your rider, and we are going to randomize your potential, and we can randomize other things like height or weight or rider, nationality, name. We can randomize everything, but you can give your own name or the name of your YouTube or a name you find fun. Though no racist or other things that can't really be shown on YouTube. So that you can say what kind of rider you want to be, height and weight and nationality, maybe even what races you like. Please tell me, I'm very interested. My favorite races, for example, are Tirreno Adriatico, because it's just, I find the finishes always so exciting there. They almost always are for kind of punchy riders, so I find that very fun to watch. And I have also a spot for Paris-Roubaix and Tobro-Léon, just because I myself am quite good at these kind of races. Like not at Paris-Roubaix and everything, but why are they sprinting here? I don't know. They trying to catch a break as quickly as possible, I guess, but doesn't really need to. We still got 60 kilometers to go. Anyways, I am quite good at cobbles and gravel kind of sections, or at least I really like those. So those are races I also like, and I also like Ping Pong Tour, or is it? No, it's called Renevi Tour now, isn't it? First it was Eneco Tour, then Benelux Tour. I don't know anymore, but I also like that one because it's always quite near, and it's a World Tour stage race, so there are good teams and it's mostly pretty close. But yeah, you can join the playthrough as a rider, and we're just going to observe you. Let's say in during the whole season and years to come, see how your progression is and what teams you ride for. I will add you just to a Conti team or a pro team, depending on how good you are. Basically, I could just add you to a pro team, but maybe there isn't a pro team that makes sense. Like if you have let's say, for example, a African rider, let's say for now, chances are you are not really getting to a European team that quickly, or it's the same as South America. Chances are not that high, so I will just pick a team. I could show you an example soon. I made a video, which I haven't uploaded yet, like I said, making a rider for myself. And basically, I simulate or randomized the ratings of my rider, or at least. Oh, let me just let me just look at this real quick because I can't really do both at the same time. I want to set up my sprint train. Feuerstein is useless for this because of his flat stat. It's very, very low. Dunwoody is at the end. Rotman is here. Paul Fitch is probably in front of here. And Schrettel in between. Mason and Feuerstein are just going to hang on the back. Let's simulate this for a bit. Just like that. Alright. But yeah, I added my own rider. I randomized my potential. That was what I was going to say. And I just added my data. I mean my normal height, my normal weight, the kind of rider I am. I'm a bit of a Flandrian, or at least a Northern Classics kind of guy. And based my stats upon that, but also changed a bit because, like I said previously, I'm quite good at prologues, and I can medium mountains. I can how do you say that? Ik kan ze goed inschatten. I can take my own pace and go quite quickly. So that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, and my time trial is pretty bad, so I put that lower. My sprint is like quite okay. And so I based it up on my own stats for a bit instead of randomizing everything. But point still stands, and I am observing myself in this playthrough. I will show you soon. I got like a 3-star current potential and a 5.5-star maximum potential. So we are maybe going to see our rider at World Tour level, maybe next season even. I will put the capital of your rider pretty low Just because, let's everyone do their geo by the way. Just because, what did I want to say? Well, I am going to tell you very soon, that's for sure, but how the red energy of Rotman went downhill in an instant. He's definitely not very good for a lead out, it looks like today. And we're going to have to do it without him. Let's just jump on the wheel of Gonzalez, I want to say. Here, and let's get Rotman out of the way. And let's try and sprint out of the wheel of one of these, but we are empty and we are not going to win this stage. Mulubran wins ahead of Malucelli, and behind is Hartijs de Vries, which is a bit weird, but had no energy left at the end. That's unfortunate. Anyways, let me just get back to it. Yeah, maybe we're going to get World Tour. I signed a contract at Maytech because Maytech is a team quite close to me in the Netherlands. What is my nationality? So we just have to see how that is going to go later. But yeah, I will show you him in a sec. Oh, also, I added my own age just to be a bit more realistic for me. I just added myself basically, so that's why. But yeah, what was the fifth, sixth place? No win, no podium as well. So let's try and do it better on Tekirdağ. And the media says we are second favorite. So let's try and do that then. Let's hope on a good day as well. Ooh, Lorenzo Finn here. Why has Alpecin only one favorite and that's Bayer? You're not going to tell me they are just with one guy. They're only with Bayer here. That would be a bit odd. Oh no. Wait till program loads. My program is crashing. That's my bad, I think. There we are, back again. Luckily. Anyways. So yeah. Second favorite, and let's try and do something with that. I had we were seventh even. That's lower than I expected. Let's try and get a better lead out then. Rotman was not the best lead out we could have asked for, that's for sure. Anyways, let's get this stage started. We have a +3 on Dunwoody, which is great, but maybe Fietske is going to be the lead out today because it's uphill. Rotman also has an okay day. Let's get Feuerstein to do something useful and protect Dunwoody. Schrettel is maybe still a contender. At least for a sprint race, so is Weckerle. So is Rotman. Fietske is going to be a lead out, so maybe just protect him with someone like Weckerle. Let's do that. Press backspace, get our guys to the front. There is going to be a group up the road of, or at least right now it looks like 4 guys, but they're pacing them a bit back with Wagner Bazin, and I don't really understand why. Let's keep an eye on our guys though. Dunwoody was almost dropped, which is a very steep climb here. And the end is not that steep, so I think he would be able to survive it, at least also with a 68. It is this stage, so there's a steep climb and even a bit of a flat, almost descent and then uphill again. That's this finish. I wrote this at some time already. But who is Wagner pacing for? Maybe for Persico for the sprint? Yeah, that would be likely, isn't it? Because this is a lead out, this is a lead out, Manquin is a lead out, Van Petegem. Aaron van Petegem is a hilly Flandrien kind of guy. Van Rooij is also lead out, and Berts, not really anything. But anyways, those are here. We also have Abner Gonzalez. Trengano has a very international team. It looks like. But yeah, Lorenzo Finn is here. Yeah. Option de Koning is only with Bayer. They basically have too many races at the same time, so they can only send one, I guess. Jenna Glory also has one less. Tartaletto has two guys less. And Bora also has one fewer. Hey, Wouter Toussaint is back at Unibet Titema. He, of course, rode for Unibet Titema, but last year he rode for Baloise, Flanders Baloise, if I say that correctly. Maybe not. Maybe he rides for a different team. I don't know. Who he rides for currently? Oh, he rides for Reus Technoord, die opleidingsteam of Intermarché. And next year he is going to be riding for Lotto because of that reason. I'm interested to see how Lotto and Intermarché are going to choose their riders for the main team. Because in total, I think they have like I think they have had like 18 still signed. So those are 100% going to be in a team. But then there's also a lot of guys, good guys, that they really need to get their contracts re-signed. So I'm interested to see that. Anyways, let's just fast forward this stage. It looks like our guys are not going to drop on these climbs at a 78, maybe try even 75. Yeah, they're not going to get dropped. We can even go lower at 70 or 65 even. 65 and Dunwoody is starting to struggle, but that doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's simulate quite a bit. We are going to have Messner get bidons like about now. Hopefully no one is going to drop back because I waited quite long for that. But I want no Feuerstein, you can drop what you're doing. You're protecting Dunwoody. Please continue with that. And I have this as a secondary. I was a bit too late with bidons, but I wanted to make it last to the end of the stage without them complaining. So that is why. The green jersey is... Who won? I forgot already who won last stage. Red jersey maybe? White jersey maybe? I can't see him. I'm just a bit stupid for that, I guess. To already have forgotten who it was. But in my protection, I'm quite tired. I had a long weekend. As you guys know from last stream, I went to Budapest this weekend to visit a friend of mine who studies there currently. And it was very fun, but those were very long days. And it was from Saturday to Monday. And Monday I was quite tired, and I had to travel from Budapest to from front door in Budapest to front door in the Netherlands. It was like at least 6 hours, almost 7 hours of traveling. Because we had to walk to the bus stop, then had the bus for half an hour, wait at the airport, Then we were at the airport, so 2 hours flight. Then we were at Eindhoven airport. Then we had to take the bus to Central Station. So another at least half an hour. It was more than that. Then I had to catch a train from Eindhoven to 's-Hertogenbosch. Then I had to transfer a train. Then I had to be in the train again. And then I was getting picked up by my mother. So very lovely and nice of her to do that. But basically I started traveling at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And in the end, I was at home at 7:30, I think. So 6.5 hours at least of travel. I don't fully know anymore, but what the exact times were. But yeah, that was that. And that was fun. It was very fun. Long days. I know Saturday was like at least 22 hours I was awake. And that's, even for me, that's a very, very long time. 22 hours, almost 24 hours. Ugh. Anyways, let's set up our sprint train right now, and I'll tell you soon more about my trip, because I like to talk to you about it, and then I have something to talk about. This is probably a good sprint train. Let's also do this, that is fine. And Mechelen get to the front at 85. We don't have that long of a sprint train. And I'm also wondering if we should swap Rotman with Fietske. Because of the -1. And he's just not that quick on the flat. And Fietske is quick on the flat. But this is probably okay because... Well, Fietske has a 69 sprint and a 74 acceleration. I don't know. Let's keep it at that. And if this doesn't work, we know that for next time. Because I'm not going to make 3 times the same mistake. Please get to the other side again, Mechelen, because there's the rest of your team. Like this. I should have got Mechelen his gel already. Nearing the last climb. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is 7.5, and you can get basically your gel right now. Let's also get a gel on Mechelen right now. Or Mechelen, I mean Fietske. Gel on Rotman. And let's get these guys their gels. And now on Dunwoody. We are about to start the uphill, so let's go 99 in this downhill for this uphill. Here we are. Rotman is 100% going to spend way too much energy. Let's get him to the back of the train. See if we can get him out of the way. Schrettel is going to shred it. See what I did there? Mechelen, get out of the way. You can go automatic, you are empty. Let's go 95, maybe even with Schrettel. That seems to be okay. Hartijs de Vries is coming to the front. Let's keep this going with Schrettel. Because Dunwoody is spending a lot of energy. But now we can go 99 with Fietske. Let's get Schrettel to just start sprinting on the right side. And he blocked his teammate. Keep going 99 with Fietske until now, and go sprinting with Dunwoody now. Oh, Fietske is going to take it ahead of Dunwoody, or is Moelebrand still coming over? Who is going to win this? It's Moelebrand ahead of Fietske and Dunwoody. So we do get a podium, but not a victory. Dang it! First time get 5th and Meissner 9th, and yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. At least we don't lose time with Schrettel, I think. 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 9th, 11th. Rotman, I don't know if he got the energy to sprint in the end. We should have put him in the wheel of Rotman. But yeah, or we've had to get Rotman in the wheel of Dunwoody. Sorry, and like I said, I'm a bit tired, but at least we get a podium. But Mouloubrand takes it ahead of us, so he's probably going to be GC leader. Yep, he is. It is a blue jersey, Tour of Turkey, so he won twice now. Mountain classification, Weckele and Fischke are still in there because of the lead-out train points. Also for Mouloubrand. Youth Paul Fischke has though. Maybe we could try and keep that. And team classification, we are far away. Yeah, I should have put Rotman in the wheel of Seth Dunwoody. Maybe he still had some energy to sprint. It wasn't the best decision to have him not be in a train anymore. But oh well, what can you do? Am I right or am I wrong? Knowing me, I'm probably a bit wrong. Let's, by the way, quickly look at this. When is the newest update? It was the 19th of April, so we already looked into that. And the next one is going to be the 4th of May. Check. Also, what's going to start is the signing period, or at least the dossiers are going to open, or however the market is going to open. So we have to see about that. You have to see who we are going to sign. Of course, I have a list. Where is it though? Here it is. Wait, some guys I want to sign. We already looked into it last time. I have like an entire list here with guys we might want to sign. So we are just going to look into some of those. I don't know if they're at the end of their contract. That is a thing though. I haven't checked that. Only guys we might be interested in. Anyway, new stage, new chance. This time again for Dunwoody with his sprint, and lead out train is not that good. That is for sure. We do not have to pace at the front. It's also very irritating that we have a bad day and then we start at the front of the group. So I'm not going to go in the breakaway today, but finally we start at the front and then we have a bad day. Anyways, Furstein is a 64, so he still is not good for a lead out. We probably have to protect Rotman. Dunwoody could stop pacing. Schrettel, Misne, Rotman. Let's have Furstein protecting Rotman because he's still going to be the lead out. Even though he has like 0 flat stats. I mean, Dunwoody also doesn't have the best flat stat. He just has a very high finishing pace. So maybe that's something we need to check in our training regime. Regime, is that the right word? In our training program with these guys. I mean, of course, Dunwoody has a lot to get with sprinting, but if we can get his acceleration up by training on mountain or hills, I think his acceleration is going to go up because of that. Then maybe we can up his acceleration, and of course training like Northern Classics is going to increase his flat stat, just like training Baroudeur, probably also training time trialing, or at least they get prioritized then. But we just have to look into that. Maybe I'm going to change it, but I know Seth Dunwoody's secondaries, I mean as in when his primary is sprinting. His primary talent is sprinting, then his secondary talents like climbing and maybe even Northern Classics are lower. So I don't know if he has enough potential on these statistics, on those data points to actually improve that a lot. But we can always try. Here they are sprinting for one measly point. Peñalfer gets it. Manuel Peñalfer. We're not really struggling, it looks like. We're okay, doing okay. But you are seeing here that even though we're at the midpoint of the race, our riders are starting to get a bit tired. And 70 is just not cutting it on staying at the front. And because of this hill here, these smaller hills though, I want to stay at the front. Let's get him all the way to the front here. Get everyone there. Bidons. It is not that long of a stage, like 110 kilometers. Let's look at the final sprint. It looks like it is straight. And straight enough for a good sprint. Let's attack with Meissner. I know he's only 20 seconds ahead, but let's try and attack here and go like 85 for now. Let's get the rest of our guys, by the way, on 85 just so we can stay here. Meissner is going to break away because he is going to try to get these mountain jersey points. At least if Erdem Lee is not going to get over him. And now we're going to stop pacing again. Just so he can get 3 points for the mountain classification. Maybe that is something he can win in this Tour of Turkey. Tour of Turkey. Of course, it's probably pronounced in Turkish. I'm not that good with pronunciation in Turkish. This has a reason. I'm not Turkish. But there are a lot of Turkish men in the Netherlands. So here and there you pick up something, and I know it's pronounced Türkiye. Türkiye, maybe even. I don't know exactly, but kind of like that. Let's get Weckele to the front. Let's get Dunwoody in his wheel. Let's get Fietske in that wheel. Fietske might be even a better first. Oh, no, Weckele is even a better first. Yeah, Rotman can get here. You know what, Verstein? Because I don't want to spend all of my energy on Schrettel. Schrettel, you can go to the front and we get Verstein, here in the front. Let him just stay at the front for about a little while. Let's get Meissner in the wheel of Dunwoody. We just want him to stay at the front here. Let's go 90 until he's empty, and then we'll go into Schrettel. Just so we are able to stay at the front here. He is losing a bit of time because he has a very bad flat stat. But let's just do this until he's empty. That gives us a bit more lead out potential on the Schrettel. Verstein, you can stop doing what you're doing. And with stop doing what you're doing, I mean like 85 maybe, get in the wheel of Meissner, even stack the top 10 for the most points. Weckele can get his gel as well. You can maybe go 95 even with Schrettel now. Let's keep us at the front. Weckele gets his gel now. And now go over to Fietske. 95 is probably okay. Let him just sit up here. Nice. Block the trains of Nico Dens, who they are sprinting for. I think Nico Dens is just good because of his flat and his secondaries. But not because of his sprint. But oh well. Let's get Rotman his gel, him his gel, and Also our finishing aerogel. And let's just continue. I could have done the effort cursors earlier like this, but it's okay. Bekele still going, still going. We are nearing the last kilometer, and that's only the better because Rotman has a very bad flat stat. So let's just start the sprint with him because of that reason. Let's wait until he's empty and go with Sefdomudi now. Can keep a high pace, and yes, there we have it, guys. Triumph in Türkiye. Bam! Fifth with Messner also, and Rotman got 10th, so the lead out got 10th. Completely fine. Completely fine. Happy with that. And Muluburan only got 20th, so not a very good lead out, it seems, for him. Oh, there's quite some guys behind. Papon and Durand. Or it's not pronounced Durand because he isn't French, but let's see. There we are. First on this stage, crazy. Willebrand keeps the leader's jersey though, but we move up with Dunwoody to second and Fischke is fourth. Now on stage classification, I think. Mountain jersey, we are here now with Mesta. Points we are wearing now, so that's great. And youth is also for Dunwoody now instead of Fischke, but he is going to wear the green jersey, so Paul Fischke is still going to wear the white jersey. Team classification, we are not even in the top 10, which is odd considering, we are stacking the top 10 every time. So we should have had the. We are first in the ploeg classification. Just today, I don't know. Today we're also first. Probably because everyone is on the same time. It's just kind of buggy. All right. Next stage, Balikesir to Bursa. Another uphill sprint, so hopefully we get a good day with Stef Dunwoody. Otherwise, we have to sprint with Fischke or even maybe Feuerstein. I don't know how steep it is. But we'll have to see about that. Let's see. Sorry for being quiet for a bit here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, don't like there's anyone watching for that. But let's get into the stage. Fast forward this. Yes, Seftonwoody has a +1. Rotman has a +1. So maybe he can still even be the real lead out. Fischke has a 0. Let's protect. Forstein has a -3, so he can protect Dunwoody. Schrettel also has a good day. Weckele has a lesser day, so let's get him to protect Rotman, just so his stat does not go down. Let's do it like this. Rotman can stop pacing. Schrettel can stop pacing. Messner can stop pacing. We are not trying to get in the breakaway here. We could have went with Messner, but we are just a bit too close in GC, I think. but they're not quite letting the breakaway go. Let me put my riders on 78 just so they stay near the front. Maybe even spend too much energy doing that, but let's get ready for if they get caught, because yeah, let's attack now with Mesna. They aren't really letting him go, but at least we can go like 85 maybe with Messner without getting caught. Or at least it would be the dream. Unfortunately, we did get caught. Sen here is trying to attack. Or maybe just get some points as well. Let me just go 85 over this hill. No, a little attack at the end was necessary. But here goes Van Vlaanderen. Wow, iemand called Van Vlaanderen. That's an insane name. Probably a Flandrian man. And then also being called Van Vlaanderen. Is cool. What are his stats? He's a kind of sprinter, flat hills. So he's basically just a truck. Funky, funky, funky. But yeah, we are not going to be controlling the breakaway today. There is no need to. We are one of the favorites probably, but not the favorite. Considering it is a uphill here at the end. Where is my mouse? Here it is. Yeah, a bit of a hill at the end, but not that sharp, so that Safdomidi might be able to survive that. But there is a corner in the last part. Let's look at the map, because maybe that is a bit more important. Oh, it's basically almost straight. And it is the most cornery corner, so that's probably a good corner. So we have to stay at the inside there at the end in that corner. But let's just fast forward now. We can put our guys on 72. They're probably going to survive this hill, because it's still quite early in the race. This hill they survived. Next hill is not really a hill. I mean, it's going uphill at 4%, but they made that 6 minutes almost on the breakaway, but now they are starting to catch back up. We have Ryan Mullen riding here at the front together with Maleki, Asparen, Halter, Borgo, quite some guys. Koch here as well. Masijuk also. Anyways, he is a time trial, Masijuk. I thought he was a bit of a sprinter or a hilly rider. Didn't know he was a time trial that much. Or am I not just confusing Polish guys with other Polish guys? Because if I'm doing that, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not really my expertise, the Polish cycling circuit, so that's why. Everyone is asking for bidons. Let's get Messner to do that. He is probably not going to be of use in our sprint train or able to ride a result. Please get to the front. Thank you very much, Messner. Before anyone else is going. Feuerstein is getting bidons. No, I want you to be protecting Dunwoody and keep your position otherwise. No sprint points here or bony seconds. Does not really matter. We are looking towards the end of the stage here, which is quite hilly, so let's get my guys at least on a 75 so they can survive all these tiny hills here. It looks like they are going to be able to... bit of blinking red, so let's put them on 78. Just to be sure that they stay at the front, because we want to keep Dunwoody at the front. Green jersey is suiting him. I'm wondering how good the Irish jersey is going to look on him. Maybe we have to make our own. I don't know if the Irish jersey is in this game. I mean, of course I can just look. Is this going to pause my game? It looks like it is not. And with I can always look, I mean I'm going to be entering the database. Well, not really the database, but if I go to, let's see, Steam, and then I go to Steam apps, workshop, content, and let's open the folder of the 2025 season, and we go to jersey, and then we go to team, and then we go to Vorarlberg, which is VRL, I think. I don't even know if it's that. VBG, even VBG. Here is the map, and it looks like we have Austrian, Czechian, Spanish, France, German, Hungarian, Monaco, Slovenia, and Swiss jerseys. So if I'm just able to make this go a little bit less quickly. Just pull this up. This looks like those are still the old jerseys. So we have Vorarlberg, Santic, Argon here. And we have... Oh no, this is the new one. Cycle Cafe for Monaco. So that means we need to sign Monegasque riders. Hungary is the old one, Santic Argon. It looks like Vorarlberg Cycle Cafe here. The German jersey is also the new one. France is the old one. Vorarlberg Remus. Spain is the new one. And the Czechian Vorarlberg Santic and Argon. That's absolutely fine, isn't it? Yeah, maybe we'll be able to design our own jersey if we get Irish champion here. Oh, sorry for that. Probably got the L. L is a fast button for the whatever you may call it. Anyways, let's set up our sprint train. Let's go again with first time because it is a hilly stage. There aren't really sprint trains to be made, it looks like. So let's just do this. We are going to put Shrettel here. Or are we going to try and go for the width with him? Let's do it like this. And Messner can get at the back of here. Let's get a Gel and Feuerstein. And we're going to go 90 with him because we want him to take us to the front. Flat tire for Wessel Maurits. Let's try and get to the front the first time. But Massajuk is pacing hard. And with a 74 flat stat, that's probably way higher than my 60 with first time. He can do a little bit more effort though, that's for sure. Let's do it like this. Alright, we are at the front now. That's great. Let's get Weckerle his gel and then go about 90 probably with Weckerle. Let's get Feuerstein to do nothing again. I'm not sure about this finish. I think it is shallow enough that we can beat it and we can get there with our sprinter. But I am just not really sure. Let's get Weckerle going a bit quicker. Let's get Rotman his gel. Like this. Let's get Fitschke now on 99. Let's get Weckerle at the back of this group. And let's get these last gels. But yeah, this is going to be a bit too quickly for Rotman, it looks like. But Shrettel is now at the front. Let's go 95. It's probably good enough. Fitschke can get in the wheel of maybe Weckerle. 95 is doing some things to the peloton, it looks like, because no one is able to pass me. That's great. Last 2 kilometers. Let's go. We have to go 99 now with Rotman, but that's a bit too early actually. Let's get Schrettel in the wheel over Mesna. We are a bit too early here at the front, especially considering that we have to sprint now on an empty stat with Dunwoody. But maybe Messner can. Messner still had energy. Against Dance, he is not going to make it. Or is he? No, he is not. That's unfortunate. Drop back a bit with all these guys. Let's put them on sprinting. Second place for Mesna, but that's good because we get bonification seconds for the GC. And says that we still get 9th, so he's going to get points for the point classification. Just went too hard, too early. If these guys has just a bit better hill stat, that would have been amazing. But maybe there's even time gaps here. I mean, it is a hilly stage, so let's look at the podium. No, there aren't time gaps in the top 10, it looks like. And Moulebran is still leading the race. Dunwoody, Dens, Mesna, Fitschke. You know how it is. Mountain classification, we are now second on 6 points. Behind Alex Coulon. Points we still have over Moulebran. Even Mesner is now second there, which is interesting. And youth, we are with Dunwoody and Fitschke. So, if you ask me, we are doing quite well here. Second, 9th, 10th. Were there any gaps here? Yes, but only at 89th place. There are probably not going to be any favorites. Well, Abner Gonzalez is behind. But there are probably not going to be any favorites left behind here. But that's okay. That is completely okay. Anyways, let's continue to the 1st of May it is now. Does that mean... Yes. Voorbereiding van dossiers. Anyways, Petri is out of form. Calendar, sure. Let's leave this to... Finances are amazing. We have a new sponsor. B-Box Bouygues Telecom together with ProBaklik Da Vinci. Let me just look up on what is that called? PCM mod. I'm just wondering about the jersey of ProBaklik. Let me just pull it up real quick. ProBaklik. I've never heard of them, that's why. Oh. They don't really have that nice of a jersey. It's white and orange and black. And it was a real team ProBaklik. DC Bank ProBaklik. Before that it was ProBaklik Da Vinci. Yeah, not the most beautiful jersey. They also have an earlier one, so I don't know which one is used for the game. But probably this one from 2018, probably, because it has a bit more of a national jerseys. I don't want to sign them, no. And B-Box Bouygues, I know the jersey. I really just don't like that jersey. I don't know why it is in the game, and it is at like a very high, like they're a mythical sponsor. They aren't really even, well, they were a team in 2010. I don't know who it was, probably Total Energies or something. Seeing it as Van Day has been a sponsor. But yeah, I just don't like that jersey, man. I don't want to sign with them. But here we have Team Vorarlberg for 1.163 million. Fewer than Prosegur and Rockstar, Moravia, Unicredit, Bianchi. It is unfortunate, isn't that? Let's go on search here and see Bianchi. Does Bianchi have a good jersey? Bianchi just has cool jerseys. But Unicredit Bianchi? Probably not. Seeing that it is probably been a real jersey. Yeah. Oh, this is not even Unicredit Bianchi. Isn't even a real sponsor here. Search. Yeah, they don't have the jersey here, so maybe it's going to be Unicredit. Huh? This I have never seen before. Unicredit Bianchi. Ah, this is jersey. It's black, red, and green. It isn't that bad of a jersey, that's for sure, but oh, maybe I downloaded the virus. No, I have not. This is quite a nice jersey, but we can't really do anything with it. So sorry about that. I will get back to the game now. But we don't want to sign Belize or only Sioun. And we're not going to say we're 1.163 for 3 seasons. That will keep the give us no space to grow, basically. Moravia Steel is interesting, but maybe not as well. Anyways, transfers. Every 15 days we are going to get points. We have 13 now. There are quite some guys that maybe want to sign for us. Now we are a better team. I don't know why Niels Brun has this picture, but Max Baker, good potential, but we're not really looking for him. Let me get my list. And let's look at some guys. So we are going through them, and we start with Rakakni. And Rakakni is not yet loose. Potsola, also not. Finn. I would have thought they were at the end of their contracts, but Gualdi, also not. Motta, also not. Finn. Nope. Andrea, nope. Montagna, nope. So, nope. Some Borgo, also not. Skalko, also not. Jeez. Stella, Attistella, no, I don't mean them. Brambilla, Marais, no. Maisunobe. Sounds Japanese. Krans. These guys we are not able yet to sign because they are youngsters. Grim, Kiefer, nope. Then we go to Omura, nope. Oga, nope. Mura, nope. Kurokawa, no. Kim. Euro Kim. The sprinter. Nope. Shima, nope. Sato, nope. Maybe then Dowling, also not. Rafferty also not. Caulfield also not. Maybe Archie Ryan? No. Damn. Top. I don't understand. Nobody? Fabian Weiss. No, that's not the right one. Kokas. Gall. Felix Gall is free, but that's going to take our entire 30 points, and that's not really what I want. But maybe we'll have to, as seen as we can't sign any of our other guys, which is insane. Ruedi also not. Heinrich also not. Meyer also not. Damn. Alright, who can we sign? There are very few names here. There are almost no names here, huh? This can't be right. There are almost no riders here. And even this. Let's see. Oh, let's go to Ploeg. And search up team Vorarlberg. Because there are 5 guys that are going to leave us. Oh, I just saw them. But there's only potential signing 3 of them. Konishev, Rotman and Stussy. But there are more leaving. Let me just refresh this. Back to main menu. Sometimes it loads a bit weird. I also have that sometimes with World Championships or European Championships. That it just doesn't load good enough. So let's try this again. Looks like there are more names here now, maybe. But no, same names. That's weird. That's really weird. Let me just filter on country. Can't do it like that. Okay. Country is Switzerland. There are some guys I potentially want to sign here. But I want to focus more on younger guys. We could get Fabio Christen. Niels Brun, Mauro Schmidt even. I mean, those are still young. Fabian Weiss, maybe even. But it's odd because Leonhardt 2026. And if we look here, oh, Fabian Leonhardt is here. Sorry, you guys, but I'm just going to check. Observed. Contract. I can't filter on contract. How stupid is that? Anyways, for example, Anton Schiffer is free, but Stussy is free. There. Yeah, indeed, there aren't just that many. But O'Brien is free. David Koenig is free. Dowling is free. Kuanda is free. And here are quite some other guys that are just all free. So I don't know why they... Here we have Köhler, who we wanted to sign, I think. Yeah, Noah Köhler. Albert Bock, Helmut Green, they're all free next year. Why can't we sign them yet? I find that very, very odd. Let me just go to transfers. Let me just go to dossiers. And let me just put a filter on Liechtenstein. Let's see, Liechtenstein, search. Oh, those are here. Well, let's open with both of them. Because they have quite some potential, which we want to have in our team. But it's odd that we didn't really get any of these other guys. Let's go back to searching because there are some big talents here. we potentially want to sign like Raffaele Cavalli. Look at his sprint. Daniel Mraz. Also at the end of a contract and Czechian, so maybe you want him. Liam O'Brien, I wanted to sign. Let's see if we can get Mraz and O'Brien, maybe. Let's go back to transfers. Sorry that it is a bit weird like this. Let's go to... Maybe it's just not showing everyone because... No, I don't know. I have no clue. There are too many riders or something. Ireland. Oh, here is Liam O'Brien. Yeah, Dylan Corkery, sprinter kind of guy. Ooh, Lauren Nenning. Here he is. Anyways, I was looking at O'Brien. Also at some other guys. So we have some other guys that should be free. Conor Murphy, yeah, I used him in the past in my playthroughs. Because I visited Ireland, I had him in my team. Yeah, I used him as well. Yeah, I have no clue why some of these other guys are not showing up. I want to have Liam O'Brien potentially in my team, but there are just better guys that I can sign. Like if we go to search and we go to... here we have Dowling. Noah Dowling. Look at his sprint stat. Maybe almost even better. No, he's quite the same actually as a... But he is at the end of his contract this year. And we aren't able to sign him, which is odd. And the same counts for... let's see, Darren Rafferty I wanted to sign. Not Adam, because Adam is just a bit worse. And he has still a contract to 2027. But Darren Rafferty also has a... Alright, so we are not able to sign him. I should have looked into that. Let's look at the rest then. Caulfield. This guy. Caulfield Dreyer has very good potential, but he has not that good stats. But it's weird we can't sign him then. He is without contract. He's not even retiring. But he has good potential, but he has not that good stats. So let's just put a cross there. Then we had... I'm just looking at Irish guys because that's one of my shortest lists. Ryan. Where is he at? Okay, Archie Ryan is also 27. That's unfortunate. Maybe I just didn't look into that enough. Is it Matty Dobbins? I think it is. Also had good potential, but not that good stats. I did not look into that. Then we have some others like we have in the database, for example, Fugger. And that is Heimo Fugger, probably. Yes, this guy. He is to 2028. Alright, that explains quite a lot why we can't sign him. We have Weiss. We have Fabian Weiss, but we are looking for a M Weiss. Michael Weiss probably, who is until 2027. Yeah, that is going to cut into who we can sign. Damn. But I am going to give him stars. I should not forget that. And even guys like Cagni Noviera, I wanted to sign. Yeah, he's still 2027, mate. Wow. Of course we can sign him then. And how about a Finn? If it wants to load. Not a Finn Witte, but a Lorenzo Finn is also to 2028. And a Montagnier, we should be able to sign though, because I know he's a new gen at a development team. Or maybe he's not, he's a real guy. Yeah, he's still 2028, FVF Bardiani. Ah, dang it. How could I? A very big... How could I have looked past that? Salmaso? Maybe I spelled his name wrong. Salomon, I think it is then. Gabriel Salomon. No, R. Salmaso. I really have him in this team. Here. Can we just do our... Mate. I just have to look a different time into it. Let's Rudolf. It says we have to have a Rudolf in this game, but apparently we don't. Köhler. Noah Köhler is another one I want to sign, but for some reason we can't, together with Helmut Griem and Albert Bock. Here they are. And we also, Attila Heufik, we are not going to sign. I want to sign this guy. And maybe even this guy, Justin Weert. But I just can't find them. Helmut Green is just a bit better than Kiefer. Kiefer. Also isn't a real guy, apparently. Alright, my list is quite faulty then. We also have Sig, but can't find him either. He's a new gen, so maybe that's why. I don't know. We have here Ruedi is also not in here. And Heinrich. How can't I find anyone anymore? What? Right, and then how about a Almura? Alright, no, this is just... I know they exist. I know they exist. I have not done so much research. Here he is, Ogashawara. This is Hirito, not with the Y. This is not the guy I wanted to sign. Maybe they're new gens and we just can't find them? No freaking no, mate. But, yeah, how about a Weert? Justin Weert, we should be able to sign Justin Weert. Just as Jerim and Köhler. How about Krans? Krans. Doesn't exist. And Kunne does also not exist. How did I mess up my list this much? Wow, I'm sorry about that. I really am. And just at a loss for words now bit, really, because yeah, we have these guys which are going to increase your team a lot. Let's open dossier with Liam O'Brien. I just don't want to get these guys because they're a bit somewhat older. Ben Healy's just 25. Huh. Who knew? Probably quite some guys knew, actually. But let's just then go to... I don't freaking know anymore. Reset. We said Mraz, but Mraz is not here either. Yeah, it looks like some teams just don't have their riders on this page. Maybe next time though, maybe next time. Maybe just they don't get released at the same time, just to keep things interesting. Germany. Lipowitz. Maybe someone we want to sign. Jörg Steinhaus is only 24. At first, I knew that. Marco Brenner is quite good. Tim Teutenberg is a quite good sprinter. It is just that these guys are all like that good already, and that's kind of takes some of the work out of it. To really, I like, Germany is a very good country, and we can instantly sign very good riders from them. Or instantly is a big word, but you can sign riders from them like a Lipowitz for not that many points. If I just look at here again, 30 points for Lipowitz. I mean, you can quite easily get their stats up to there. We could cheat almost the system and get the best riders we get, but I much rather have, for a good country like Germany, I would rather take some new gens and evolve them a bit so we are not instantly at the top of the world, That took somewhat longer to say. Barnabas Piak, just not that much. The Martondina is already 30, so I don't really want to sign him. Ireland, we already looked into, obviously. Croatia, not Croatia, I want to see Czechia, so there's the T in Dutch. Liechtenstein, we basically signed both of these already. Maybe Luxembourg, we wanted to sign some. Bob Jungels, 33 years old, but we also have a Mats Wenzel, who could maybe be a good signing for the team. Arno Wallenborn, Luc Weertjen, somewhat older. Let's open dossiers with Mats Wenzel. Again, I am not sure if I am going to really sign them. Let's look at Malta quickly. We have only Chris Muscat. I'm basing this all of let's look here. Yeah, Felix Gall, Gregor Mühlberger, Marco Haller, or Haller. Ooh, Alexander Hasek. I wanted to sign him, didn't I? I had him on my list earlier. He doesn't have that much potential to grow anymore, which could be unfortunate. Sebastian Putz, I wanted to sign last year, I know, but right now he just doesn't have the best stats. So yeah. But Hasek, let's see if we can sign Hasek. He's at least going to be a very good signing for us, like solid one. And like I said, they're just not Felix Gall amount of good. But But he's 30 points, so we're not really able to sign him. But 7 points, Hasek. We can open dossiers with him. So that's Austria. Let's look next. I thought maybe Poland is quite close. But they don't really have any youngsters, as it looks like. And we want to keep a young team. Let's see. San Marino, maybe someone. No, of course, they don't have anyone anymore. Serbia, Stolic. Nah, just a bit too far away for us. Let's see, where is Czechia? Here is Czechia. Pavel Bittner is going to get free. Matthias Kopecki is going to get free. Cerny, here is Mraz. Let's open filters with Mraz. And he is a sprinter, so we could also maybe get a Matthias Kopecki to the team. Or Pavel Bittner, maybe even. Let's keep it at Mraz for now, because we are slowly expanding. And not very quickly. Czechia. I don't know why he wasn't there when I wanted to look him up with Mraz, but that's why we're probably going to each country and looking at their potential guys we can sign. Yeah, here we have Stussy. And seeing younger we have Fabian Weiss. Has okay potential for us. We have Badilati, but those are quite old. Fabio Christen, who is now 13 points. Let's get him on our good list though. Ooh, but he has almost reached his maximum, it looks like. We can also always try, to see if we can sign him. Rakani, Simona Rakani. That's not who I meant, is it? Anyways, let's leave it at that. And let's get quickly back to the stages because... 1.24 points for Stussy. He is one of our best riders, but he is not going to stay that way. At least not when we sign a Hasek or a Koenig in the future then. But look at this potential, mate. Sprinting, time trialing and attacking is so high potential. We have to sign him. And same goes for David Koenig. If you look at his stats here, climbing is all the way to the top and Hilly Specialist. So that's probably going to be like an 85? No, not 85. Probably like an 83 or something in that area. It's insane. Alright, sorry, that took way longer than I thought because I had to check all these other guys. I will check in the database soon as well. Let's see if we are favorites here. Dylan Corkery, Stella Budzinski, Vette, Quick, Tendon is one of the favorites. And even is Zangerle. Let's get everyone on these wheels. Ooh, they're a little bit less aero, but doesn't really matter now, does it? Or maybe it does. Oh, quick sim it, apparently. And no, we are 27th high. That's not that good. Unfortunately, but well, it was a 1.2. It was a important race for a sponsor, but it's a 1.2. I don't really want to ride a 1.2, Then, Bursak to Kartepe. The highest, this is like the queen stage. Because we also have Urkup, but that's just a circuit, and then we have only 2 sprints to go. So let's get 3D racing this, and I really, really hope Messner has a good day. Or Schrettel. At least one of the two has a good day. If they both have a bad day, then we might as well just throw everything out of the window. Because then we can only focus on stage races. That's going to be unfortunate. or the stage races. We can only focus on the stages, stage results, and not on the GC. That's what I meant. Anyways. Let's wait for the plans to generate, as it says at the bottom. And in half an hour, we still have 3 stages to go. That's not that great. And we are definitely not one of the favorites. We're 74 hill mountain at the lowest. But maybe we can still get a top 10 or something like that. I mean, probably all these Turkish, Iranian teams are not going to get in the top 10. It's probably just only going to be World Tour, maybe a bit of Pro Tour. Oh, we have here for Sakarya, David Rico Christian. Christian David Rico, probably. Alright, so they do have one. Sakarya is a, if we quickly look at it up in the riders page, we'll see that Sakarya, where are they? Sakarya, that's not what I meant. Istanbul, Sport Türkiye, Sport, Oh, here they are. Yeah, Rico, a pure climber. Anyways, let's start the stage. Let me just get my head out of the way. Let's get everyone to the front, it looks like. We don't have the best haze here. So GC is out of the window, which is very, very unfortunate. How many points are there to get here? 15, just 15. Let's get these guys to not pace. Rotman can... Fischke is still quite okay. Let's protect Fischke. Let's protect Messner, because he still has 71 mountain. Look, Schrettel is not going to cut it today. That's for sure. Because he has a 69. So he probably is going to be a okay, what you call it, an okay domestique near in the last climb. We are of course going to fully pace this at our own pace, because the climb you can't really see, but it is like 12 to 15 kilometers long. And it's super steep, so we'll just have to pace it at our own pace. The last part, it flattens out a bit, it looks like. And if we go to the kaart, op de kaart. It is not really narrow, it's just long and steep, I guess. Tartepe. At least it's not Babadak. You know, Babadak is just a bit longer and just as steep. And it has narrow roads. It's a very fun race to play, and of course in real life, Alexei Lutsenko won that in a solo. Like, I think it was last year, not this year at least. Maybe last year or the year prior. I don't exactly know, but yeah. I don't know. It was not this year, that's I know fully well. Last year or the year prior. Well, let me just keep repeating myself. Anyways, let's fast forward here, because we don't have anything to do until the last climb here. I'm maybe even going to pull my guys back at a 65, so they spend a bit less energy on a... not too low energy. Vorstein is almost off the back. But yeah, just low enough energy so they can stay in the group, but spend as few of energy as possible. We are over the hill now, so yeah, let's just keep him at this pace. Doesn't really matter now, does it? Um, let's try also and get Sefdomodi to protect Shretl because that's probably for the best. And you can go back to 65. Anyways, my vacation or my weekend away was lovely. We got there by plane. I know that's bad for the environment, but we didn't really have another way to visit one of our best friends. With a group of three other guys, we went there. So in total, we were with five. And yeah, got off the airport, got into his home. We did a little walk around the city. It was a bit cloudy and foggy, so it wasn't the best weather, especially not for photos. And I like to take photos of architecture because I'm a bit of an architecture junkie. So that was that. Then I went back at the home. We went to a market. We drank some beers. You know, the usual. Then in the evening, we went to a club called Instant. It was pretty fun, but it was quite busy because the next day Ireland had to play against Hungary in Budapest. So there were a lot of Irish guys, and they were just somewhat less fun to be around with. Bit loud, and well, the stereotypes of Irish guys, I think, are well, not fully complete. You know, they're a bit loud, and when they're drunk, they're a bit or really extroverted, and mostly of that is true, but they're not that loud. But yeah, it was quite fun. Then we got home, ate some gyros at the shop nearest to my friend's house. But it's interesting. In the Netherlands, we have all these Turkish places where they sell. Well, what do they sell there? Turkish pizza. It's called in Dutch. And wow, I can't really even think of the name of it. Well, they sell. We have a lot of Turks, but Turkish places at night. But in Budapest, you really don't have any Turkish places. You only have Greek places, which was interesting to say the least. I mean, Greece is quite close to Bulgaria, but Turkey is not really that close. Probably just as far, or even Turkey is somewhat farther than Greece, I guess. But if you look at it from the Netherlands, that's also the case. So I don't know. Anyways, that was that, and that was fun for a very long time. Next day, we just slept in a bit, and we went into the city again. It was a bit more sunny, and we went to the park, so that was really, really nice. And we saw some other things. We walked quite a lot the whole weekend. I think I walked like 30 kilometers in total. Let's get our guys by way to 75, so they keep at the front, nearing this climb. So yeah, that was it. Let me get Joe on Rotman because he is going to get dropped soon. Let's get all of our guys at least on an 81-ish, maybe. And then after Rotman is empty, we're going to do a Ineos mountain train. Dunwoody is also starting to get empty. I forgot he's also not really a otherworldly climber. Feuerstein can maybe get in the wheel of Schrettel. Fischke is looking the best together with Meissner though. So I think we have a joint leadership situation here, and in a sec I will just set it up. It's just because Fischke has a better secondaries today, I think. So we are going to write for Meissner. So we get Fischke in the wheel, we get Schrettel in the wheel like this, Weckele in his wheel. And Meissner can go 85 while being protected by Seth Dunwoody. Like this. Rotman can also protect Meissner. Please, thank you very much. Dunwoody can just go, I don't know, 60. He's done for the day and that's okay. Let's get Feuerstein, his gel. He can protect Meissner soon as well. While Rotman now is empty. He can also go 60 to the line. Or even a 50. I don't really care basically. He can go an automatic, but I think he's going to pace too much. No. He's not. And Dunwoody can do automatic as well. 85 is way too fucking hard, that's for sure. So let's go like a 78. We're going to have to let all these guys go, but that's okay. It is for the greater good. Let's get Weckele, his gel, and let's get him protecting Meissner. Anyways, while we are simulating this, went to visit some shops, some stores and everything, and then in the evening we went out again. This time it was a bit less fun because there were fewer, zalen. There were less in instant. Because it was a Sunday, they had like the first and second floor and the basement they locked off. So we could see less of everything. And it wasn't really my music in the zaal. I'm just going to keep it at zaal. This is unfortunate. All these guys are quite empty here. Let's get Schrettel to protect Meissner. And we can maybe up it to 73. I think that is okay. Let's get Weckele on automatic. He is empty. Anyways, here are the big groups who are empty. So hopefully we can pass quite some guys. Still, we can up the pace maybe a bit. Go around these guys here. Get Schrettel his gel. Let's get all these guys their gels, by the way. We can even go 80, I think, now. Maybe we just... Oh, we are 4 minutes behind with our own pace. We are so far behind. Anyways, last kilometer we can go 85, I think. Let's get Fischke to protect Meissner. But yeah, we are going to finish far, far away. 33rd and 34th. Well, not the end of the world. Maybe there were some climbers that lost time, and of course there are some sprinters that lost time, so maybe we keep our position somewhat. 33rd, 34th. Yeah, if they had a better day, you know. Anyways, and in Hungary, like, we did the last stage, last day. Sorry, I'm fully into the cycling thing now. The last day was, just packing our bags and having a last walk around and sleeping in, of course. Anyways, these are the podium. And we have GC. We are far outside, probably. Mountain classification, we are far behind now because of Moulebran. Moulebran is a sprinter and a climber. That's so unfair. Youth, we are not even close here. Team classification, we are 9th now, so I guess that's something. But yes. Hello? Thank you very much. We finished 3 minutes 53 behind, and in GC that means we are down to 30 seconds, a 33rd and 35th. So that's not really points. But yeah, Henok Moelenbrand is a very good climber here, but in real life he's more of a sprinter. So that's interesting to see how he evolved here. Really good signing for XDS Astana. Cedar Shank, maybe even. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah. Tamuri Mesna. We can go in the breakaway now with Messer to grab some points for the points classification. I swear, if we get a really good day now, that's going to be so unfortunate. Just a day too late. Anyway, the material test is gone again. And we can't continue with Arno. So let's just bevestig dit. Somewhat better wheels. We can only do small changes anymore. So we have to go for, I don't know, for the disc maybe, because feeling is very bad. So let's go to, because we can't do the RC 1000 DB62 now, because we already did something for it this year. Let's do the disc because, yeah, the feeling is bad. Maybe even the batons. No, the rest is like great, apart from the PRC 1100s, who are our climbing wheels. Anyways, let's start the RNO with this one. We are almost done with the Leggero, new Leggero. Just have to see about that, but we probably can't do anything else anymore with it. Anyways, Nevesheert Urkup, 5 points. So we can still get the mountain jersey, because here we also have some climbs. So let's try and make that our new goal, to get the mountain jersey with Mesna. It's unfortunate that we didn't set a goal for anyone here. How I do it right now is that I put at our highest objectives of the year, like World Tour races, I will put everyone on the fitness peak there. So we have the most potential for basically anything in the end. Alright, Seth Dunwoody has a good day, so maybe he is going to make it. Beckerle can protect him. But yeah, let's keep pace until Messner gets at front, which is going to take a while, it looks like. But come on, get to the front, mate. Hello? Right, we are not going to pay. Schrettel can stay here. Rotman can stay here. What am I doing? I'm fumbling. Mullen is pacing for some reason. Verstein can maybe also pace, and Fischke can also pace. We're just going to keep Meissner and 80 here at the front. They probably just want to chase back Arab and Zhang. But they're tiring out the entire front group. Let's get Schrettel, by the way, to protect Meissner, just to keep his energy high. Because he does have a really good day. And let's get these guys at a 85. They're probably going to drop anyways. But we can get Rotman to protect Dunwoody, maybe even. Anyways, they are almost caught. Now the peloton is going to go quiet again. And now it's my time to attack. Like quite hard even. Hopefully nobody is going to make it to my wheel. That is, Gavani has made it to my wheel. That's very unfortunate. But let's just try and... Oh, we dropped him. That's great. Let's now go 85 and hope we can make it to this group. Damn it! Catch him! We won't be able to make it to the group because the freaking peloton is pacing way too high because... Oh. And we're almost out of energy. Because of this shitty Cavani, man. Alright, and we get caught by the peloton. Let's attack again. Because everyone is out of energy anyways. Let's go 60 here. And we are... Oh, dang it. Why can't you just stay with me here? Oh, let's work together. We have Huner then. Let's work together with Huner and hopefully we can get back to Dep and Deng. Dep and Deng, what a names. Let's see if we can grab some free energy here. It looks like we can for a bit, then go how about 70 now, and on this downhill we can get back some energy as well. Let's just, you know what, let's just attack. Let's just attack to these guys and now work together on this small climb. Of course I'm going way too hard. That's what I wanted. Let's go 60 maybe then. And then in this descent I can do this. And regain quite a lot of energy until about now. And let's go pacing 70 with these guys again. Alright, sorry I went a bit quiet. It was just that I really had to focus for a little bit here. Depe and Deng are not really good with sprinting or climbing, so we can probably take them. Still going to put these guys up to 85 because you never know. Here we have to climb. They say I'm going a bit too quickly, but just to be sure and to tire them out a bit, I'm going to go 75, maybe even 70. It looks like Depe is already struggling a bit. Let's do it like this. Let's go 80 now. Of course they're trying to attack, but they're probably going to get empty in a second. And now we are going to fully attack. Ooh, and we just get the points. Alright. That was a bit more close to comfort than I would have wanted it to be completely honest with you guys. These guys are still at the front, so that doesn't really matter. Messner can stay here. It is a stage for the breakaway because of the descent in the end, but I doubt we're going to make it because Messner has such little energy left. And it looks like the peloton is pacing behind as well. Let me just get Schrettel is probably lower. Yeah, no. Let's just get Forstein to get Bidons. And let's also protect Fischke. The Messner is the first one, but we are going for the climbing jersey with him, so that's why we are spending him and protecting Paul Fischke. Let's now go 20 here in this descent. Try and regain as much of a yellow set we can, but I'm already dropped here, which is more unfortunate. Let's get Bidons with Meissner as well. Yeah, the peloton is pacing quite hard behind, so we are not going to stay away from them. So let's just try and take these points here. Let's go 85. We're probably quite going to tire these guys out. We're going to tire myself out the most, it looks like. He is going to sprint. And he is going to make it, actually. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay, that's not really what we wanted to do. That's really unfortunate. Let's go 50 with Messner and trying to work together with this guy. That's really unfortunate that he got these points. I did not do that correctly. I thought I was going to tire him out. But he has better climbing and hill stat and sprinting stats than I would have wanted. Anyway, Klassement. Mountain jerseys, we've got 8 points. So we are second now, and Mulubran has the points and the time. So we are going to be wearing the mountain jersey next time. Alright. He wants to pace quicker with me. Let's pace quicker with you then. I mean, all of our guys are still here, which is interesting. Maybe we are going to do a last. Alright, of course, Shrettel has a puncture here. He can try and get back to the wheel of, let's say, Fichke. We're obviously not going to stay away from these guys, so we are going to focus on this group. And try and stay as much to the front as we can here. Hello. I was going to say, why is everyone so far behind? Yeah, Meisner can get his final gel. Nico Dens has made it to us for some reason. And also for some reason, Fischke is all the way at the back. Let's try to get it to the front, mate. Please. Hello. Get to the front. Fischke, get to the front. Let's get to the front. Alright, Messner has been caught. He's basically empty, so let's not do anything with him. These guys are going to pull up a mounted train. Let's see, let's go 85, then Forstein in the wheel. Rotman at the back because he's the lowest, and then Stanwoody at almost the back like this. And let's get Weckele pacing for us. We are just wanting to tire out some of the sprinters or catch some of them lacking. Maybe we'll even attack in the finale in a second. Alright, Messner is gaining energy actually. Let's go a bit quicker than with Weckele. There is a group behind here who are trying to pace themselves back. But if they're going to get back, that's a second question that I do not know. Let's go, 90 with Weckele. Get him his gel. There is an attack by Derren van Beckham, which I was expecting. That's why I am pacing this pace. No, he's just setting a very high tempo. Because he's just attacking and can't get away. That's also a possibility. Let's get Verstein now at a 90. Weckele can protect him if he is able to, maybe a bit even, as it looks like right now. And let's keep it at this. Forstein is almost empty now. Let's go with Fischke like a 90 because there's an attack of Gonzalez and Mer. Let's get them on automatic. Let's try to break away with this group. Let's go 85 at Fischke. Let's put him in the wheel here. Hopefully he can hang on. Rotman can go 85 at the front if he can. Okay, we are at the top. And let's Rotman get in the wheel here and Shretl can go 90 maybe. Get him his gel. We are in the downhill, so we are going to catch these guys. And some guys have been dropped, but it looks like it's mostly my own team. So that's unfortunate. Let's go 90 with Rotman now. Yeah. And everyone is back together, it looks like. So this has been almost completely for nothing. And we are going to have to lead out Dunwoody with Fischke. Yeah. Let's get them their gels and let's get Fischke in the wheel or someone like Tejada for now. Rotman, you can stop pacing, get out of the way. Fischke can go 99 now. And when this downhill, uphill thing starts, go sprinting now. Let's go now with Dunwoody. Let's see if we can get past some guys. It looks like we are, and we are going to win this one. So that's lucky. Fischke also gets in the big front group. Skolko is here. Are there going to be any gaps? It doesn't look like it. Let's keep going backwards and see. Here's maybe a gap with Malecki, but probably not. Behind here a gap maybe, but probably not. And yeah, just a group of... How many did finish? I don't know. Touran. And here's Rotman. Let's see what Rotman is going to get. 99. So a peloton of 98 guys, probably all on the same time. So we did not get any time here. But we did get much needed sprint classification points and mountain classification points in this stage. So I can't really complain. Now can I? And let's go to the podium. Yeah, we win this and there are not really any gaps, it looks like. Yeah, not really. Oh, and we don't even have the green jersey yet. And we are still 9th in the points classification. Let's look at the stage. There weren't any gaps. Until indeed 98th. That's unfortunate and fortunate at the same time. But we do go a bit up 2 spots. So there were some guys behind. But almost not even in the top 30, so... Or we aren't even in the top 30, I should say. Material test Lagero is complete. That's great. We can still go on with the test with the RNO, so let's just do that. We don't really mind about the rest. Grand Prix Erning. Let's send the doctor. And we aren't really the favorites here, probably. If we look at the media, Zangerle is, for some reason. Why? No, honestly, why? Sprint, but best uithoudingsvermogen, I guess. Hey, Andrea Missert is een Sparekassen Aalborg. Alright. Flat stat, the best, and a bit of a sprint. So let's quick sim this. And let's see if we can get a top 10. Yes, Zangerle gets 5th and Benedict Benz, I should say, 9th. So, wow, finally a good simulation. And now we have for the Taban Trap, it looks like, is also here. And here's the president of Thor again, with mostly our best riders, 2.pro. It's pretty good for us. Let me get my map away, so I have more room to concentrate. Generate terrain. Podium. The next is going to be plants. Obviously. Stream already from 2 hours long. Ooh, we are the clear out and out favorite again, together with Malucelli, though. Yeah, 31st with Paul Fitchke is not really the best. I also don't know how much seconds he is behind on the guy in front of him. I'll look at that in a moment. But first things first, let's get Messner into the breakaway. And let's get, I don't know, first time to attack, don't we? You guys are at the front now, so you can stop pacing. Rotman is probably our lead out again. Together with Weckele. Like this. We are on the hunt for points, mountain points. We're quite far behind Urken, these guys as well, but the Pelin is trying to catch these two, which are caught now. And they're still pacing for some reason. Why are they pacing? It's a flat stage. Let's just hang on for a second here. Let me put my guys at... Wow. Becker is better than Fitchke today. By a mile. Yeah, I don't know why they are pacing us down. I'm not going to do anything until we almost get caught. Looks like Elkin is a bit empty. And now we attack. And see if we can get rid of some of these guys. Let's see if we can get rid of this Urken guy. Oh, we are also going to get rid of some other guys. But this guy has been caught, so now we're alone with Pirar. You guys don't need to pace. And we are able to catch this guy, so let's just get back to him. Let's go 85 together. Looks like already way fewer. But yeah, like this we are going to grab the mountain jersey, which is incredible and good. Mountain Prime, it's even called. But yeah, we are probably going to be able to beat him in this sprint here. Let me just start early already. And now we're just going to step it up towards the end, like here. I don't really have a very good way of sprinting. If you have tips about that, please let me know if you have any tips about mountain sprints, because I'm just not very good. I just start somewhat slow and then ramp it up. But yeah, we have the mountain classification now, which is amazing. That's going to be the first win of Mester. No, I think he has more wins this season, but you know, he was desperately wanting a win. Well, the win is not, as you can see in GC. We are not even going to upset anyone, but the last stage is quite hilly, and I think in Istanbul they always finish on the same road, and there is this like paved road. Pavé, I mean. So, coals. And maybe there's going to be some gaps towards some of the riders. So we just have to keep Fitchke, who is 31st now, all the way at the front. And let's look at time classification. We are quite far behind. Yeah, that's not even a couple of seconds behind. Niels Brun again. We're behind Niels Brun again. I mean, we really need to sign him then, don't we? Anyways, this Mountain Prime, let me just do this. Go all out right now again. Don't get blocked by Pirar, and we are going to get this one. Maybe we'll sign Niels Brun just for a year, because it seems he's beating us at everything. Anyways, let's get bidons with Schrettel. See, he's not in GC. He's one of our leaders, but he just doesn't have the best year, it looks like, at our team. Let's get also bidons with Meissner. And it looks like we're going to get caught by the peloton before the sprint. So let me get my guys up to like 80. And maybe if we push Fietske in a points winning position. Alright, we are caught. If we put him in the wheel of one of the sprinters, maybe we can get at least 1 second more. Let's see. I don't know who is going to pace for it. Right now it looks like nobody is, but let's just get in the wheel of these guys here at the front. Just so we are at the front somewhere to maybe sprint for it. It looks like Dance is going for it. Yeah, it looks like he is, so let's get in the wheel of him. And sprint now. And see if we are... Oh no, we are not going to get over him, but we are going to get 2 seconds for GC. So, I don't know. This may be something... He beats Meissner now in the points classification, but we don't really care about that. For Meissner, that is. We care about it for Dunwoody. 2 seconds gets us to 4:15, so only 12 seconds behind the top 30. And let's set up our sprint train. So Fietske is going to get at the back in the wheel of Dunwoody for maybe boney seconds. Dunwoody is going to be in the wheel of Rotman. Meissner can start the sprint because he's already quite far behind, or start the lead out because he's already quite far behind. Then Schrettel and Mekele. I think like this. Let's get Meissner through, guys. Let's not block him. Dang it. Please. Please let Meissner through, man. Now we are all the way at the back. At least I caught it in time. But sometimes this happens and they are just going all the way back. Let's get Meissner into the wheel of Feuerstein and then Schrettel on that wheel, and then we should be golden. But now we have to go quite quickly with Feuerstein to at least stay at the front here. At least I call it in time. Sometimes we are instantly all the way at the back, and then it's quite a difficult last kilometers. Let's go 95. I mean, we have the guys, and it's going in a downhill. We are good at downhilling, but not that good at flat. So that is probably going to quite rapidly disappear. Let's get Meissner also on a 95 maybe. And he can take over from Feuerstein. Maybe like a 93. We just want to stay near the front. That's what's most important. So this is fine. Feuerstein can go on automatic. And with automatic, I mean go on 50 or something. Meissner is almost empty. Let's get this gel on Schrettel. Here we are. Let's go 90 with him. Meissner can just drop back at, I don't know, 50 or something. Okay, Schrettel is at the front. He can go 50 and he can get protected by Feuerstein if he really needs to. Everything is going quite quickly. I haven't even looked at the last kilometer if we should launch early or not. No, it's just a very, very straight part. Let's go 99.59. That was a bit too early on his gel, but this doesn't really matter, I think. Let's go 99 with Shrettel. We're on the last 5 kilometers, so that does mean we can go 99 with Weckele also. And Rotman is losing energy, but if I'm good enough, it does mean... Ooh, very technical here. It does mean we can start a sprint with Rotman out of the wheel of Weckele, like this. And then sprint with Seth Dunwoody here. Fietske is quite far behind. And Weckele is going to take another win, or is Weckele or Moelebrand going to... Moelebrand gets around. Why does he have everything? He has everything. He is really sweeping up this whole entire race. Everything in this race is me for Moelebrand. Come on, man. Can't we just get a freaking win? Because now we're also, again, behind on freaking the points classification. Here, he has the GC. Mountain Jersey, he just did not have... He did have until today, that is. Points classification, he is now 3 points ahead of Seth Dunwoody. And youth, of course, he doesn't have, because he is like 26 or 27 now. Fietske is 10th there. Team classification, we're 9th. Let me just press next. Go to... I just want to look at this very quickly. Uitslagen, I think rules, koersen, punten. Yeah, punten. And then this is a 2.pro, and this is, of course, Presidential Cycling Tour of Turkey. And the final GC, top 30 gets points. Top 40 gets points. That's cool. That's cool. And also, if we get one spot higher than what we are now, we get 2 more points. So this would be nice. We don't have anything for this. We do have stage points. So we did rack up quite some points with Seth Dunwoody, I think. For stage points. For etappe points. Because if we look at Seth Dunwoody here and we go to this season, he has 5 wins already, which is crazy. But second, first, third, fourth. I should read it all the way around. 4th, 3rd, first, 2nd. So that's already quite a lot of points. But let's try and get Seth Dunwoody maybe his last victory in Istanbul, or the last victory of this Tour of Turkey, that is. Ooh, we have new sponsor aanbiedingen. Cool. Of course, because we are riding Turkey now, that means we have a... what was I going to say? We have more exposure, because in the breakaway and with stage results, so the sponsors are super happy with us. Potential sponsors are really happy with us, that is. And so yeah, it's going to be great. Dun, 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 dun. Most times, if I hear music too often, I start to hate it, because it's just too predictive. But I don't know, this game. Alright, this part is not very repetitive and I don't like, but most of the other music that is in this game is really just... Yeah, okay, it's quite repetitive, but you start to filter it out enough that you don't really hear it anymore. And we are favorites again. Let's try and get Moelebrand's jersey. He's 10th favorite, but he was in the top 10 at every stage here. He is just veel vaat. Die is rupsje nooit genoeg. Also, I played a game with my friends in Hungary. It's called Tupe. It's very fun, very fun. And we decided to add some extra rules. So it's a bit more difficult. You make mistakes somewhat more often. And as well as very, very fun. I really liked it. And we basically had to call each other by nicknames. And not like our usual nicknames, you know, you have for your friends, but like very weird nicknames to make it difficult. So someone was Hocus Pocus, and I was for the first time around Roxy Dekker, because I don't really like Roxy Dekker, so I didn't know a nickname, and they said, "Oh, you should do Roxy Dekker." And I was like, "Okay, sure, I will, sure." Fietske has a very good day. Shrettel can protect. But Shrettel has top 30 as well. Wait a minute. Was there a gap? Last stage. How are we 23rd and instantly? I mean, you don't see me complaining, but 23rd. I thought we were 30th. Or am I just... Did I just look at it all wrong? Messner can protect Seth, don't really sure, because we basically have the mountain jersey. Only Moelebrand shouldn't get any points here, and then we basically have it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, we have it. So Messner is not really good enough for the rest, and let's get Vorstein because he isn't really anyone for the final break to protect. Rotman, Weckele, Schrettel. Oh. There was a small separation for some reason. I'm not trying to cause that separation, but it just happens. Let's get Weckele or Schrettel. Schrettel has fewer flat stats. But yeah, but Weckele is lower in GC. We want Schrettel to keep his energy. So let's do it like that. But as we are simulating this, what happened last stage? I need to look at the time of the stage. There has been an opening here somewhere. Yeah, but only from 60 seconds. But were there that many guys? I mean, Abner Gonzalez was behind. Esteban Chavez was behind. Here Niels Brun was behind. They were all 1 minute 17 behind. Wow. So we instantly make it to the top 23, 8 spots ahead. Yeah, Abner Gonzalez is down. Now it's only 2 seconds to Alessandro Tonelli. So if we catch the breakaway, we can maybe even get 20 seconds if we can get Fietske to grab these seconds. And of course, this last is pretty difficult. The finale, it's very cornery, I know for a fact. I mean, if you look at the map, we're going from Sakarya to Istanbul. But this is the lap. It goes around like this. And then the last part, we need to go up here, and it's very, very narrow. And very small, actually, as well. Alright, there's no breakaway again. Now there is a breakaway. And let's see if we can get Fietske to get in the wheel of, I don't know, Tratnik for now. I mean, now in the wheel of Nico Dens, because Dens is going to sprint for it. And maybe we can still beat him on the line. We're spending quite some energy though. Let's try and get over him now, but we are not able to come around him. Very, very close though. Not yet that 1 second that we need. Let's get Weckele to protect Fietske again. But nobody is going for the intermediate sprints, which I find interesting. But also, it is fortunate for this sprint. I guess this is very straight sprint. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. I know it's the last race of the day, and I'm almost finished. And I'm just a bit sick from this weekend. I mean, long days, and I made long days. And basically, when the stream is over, I'm going to bed like instantly. Let's get Misner his last point, just for show. There we are, 23 points, and let's protect Don Woody then again. Just because nobody could catch it, they didn't go sprinting for it, so we might as well take it 1 point. Maybe we get some extra money. I don't know if that's in the game, getting money for primes, but or maybe there aren't even primes. I don't know. I don't think that's really a thing here. Skalko has a jersey, so not Hugo de Lacaille anymore. He is second and fourth there. Okay. Let's do get Schrettel soon to get Bidonsto. Like about now. Everybody is zeuring too much on here. So, ja, ik wil eigenlijk gewoon weer Nederlands gaan praten. I just want to speak Dutch again because it takes so much less brain power to how you say it, to talk Dutch. See, again, ja, het gaat maar niet. Maar ja, niemand kijkt deze streams, volgens mij. Dus ik kan gewoon Nederlands praten. En misschien zijn er dan juist mensen die het gaan kijken, omdat ik dan de enige Nederlander ben die in een Nederlands PCM doet. But again, I don't know. Anyways, 63 kilometers go. This is the final stage of Tour of Turkey. So probably, maybe if people are watching, they're going to be watching this. But let's just fast forward it. Till we are a lot closer to that intermediate sprint. It is after a downhill, and it is when we catch the breakaway. So we just need our guys to stay at the front. Let's put them at 78. Ooh, my PC is struggling with it. We are nearing a very big Turkey. Oh, my PC is really struggling with it. As long as it doesn't quit on me, this is going to be fine. Am I even on... yeah, I was just on quiet mode, so... There are just a lot of things here on this stage, I guess. Anyway, 7Ks to go. We want to get in the wheel of Dens. Here's Borgo, one of the guys we may want to sign, but of course he isn't free next year, just like all the guys. Let's get in the wheel of Maleki, just so we don't spend a lot of energy. Backlecking goes 78 now. On getting to the front, let's go on the wheel of Bernard now. Just so we are very much at the front. Look, here is Borgo coming, probably with Hugo Dens in his wheel. Yes, he is. Seen as we were not really able... Okay, we have to follow them. No, let's follow Dens. Let's sprint as well. I'm not going to come over him again because of the top speed, but we are going to grab 2 seconds, which will put us at 22nd place. Let's up the tempo now here. Sprint trains are forming all around us. Let's get Feuerstein actually to go, I don't know, 90 to get us to the front. And let's set up the sprint train quickly, messily as well. Something like this. And let's see, Misner, Beckerle is 65, Schrettel. So Schrettel is probably ahead of him. We're going over the big bridge from Asia to Europe. That's connecting Asia to Europe. We may even have to go somewhat quicker with Vorstein as well, just to keep us at the front here. Messner will be able to do a better job at keeping us to the front, I think, than Vorstein. Keep messing up his name. There we are. Vorstein is empty, and now let's go 90 with Messner because he has a better flat stat. Like this. Okay, this is the small first hill. Then we have a bit of a real uphill. There's an attack even by Mark Donovan. No, he's just setting up the sprint train for Abner. No, that's not Abner Gonzalez. That's just David Gonzalez, I think. Let us go 95 then, because they are trying to put really a lot of pace on the peloton. And that is exactly what we want, because that does mean they might even split. Let's go 90 again with Messner. With empty now, let's go 90 also with Schrettel. Let's get Messner to protect Schrettel for the time that he has here. Messner has better flat set than Schrettel, so that's unfortunate. Finish is going to the left here, I know that much. Let's keep going 90, maybe going even a bit quicker, because no, we can't go any quicker. I don't know why they're trying to go this hard on all this flat terrain. Peñalver is coming to the front. Messner is doing still a bit, obviously that. Okay, maybe mess this up a bit. Let's go 95. Messner can just keep at a 90, I guess. Schrettel is almost empty. Let's get these guys their gels. Beckerle is now at the front, so he can go probably 95. And it depends on how much energy Rotman is spending now if we switch him around with Paul Fietschke. But this is probably fine. Let's keep going 95. Let's go 99. In this part here, we are looking very, very good. Alright, Rotman can start the sprint even. I don't even care. He can start the sprint. It is a bit uphill here, I know that, but there are a lot of corners here as well. So let's go sprinting now with Seth Dunwoody. Fischke in the wheel. There are corners, but we are empty. And we are not going to win. Malucelli wins it, but how much place are we ahead of? Mulubran, 3 places. And Paul Fischke is in the wheel, which is great. Rotman no, he's in the group, so that's fine. But this may be a gap even. Maybe. Buttigieg is here, Erkan is here, and here's another group. I don't know, it has counted as a flat stage, so maybe there are not really any gaps here. We're just not that strong enough to create a gap, because we still want to sprint with Dunwoody, and we did go a bit too early. You live and you learn. But I didn't want, I should have got Fischke at the front and went fully for the stage instead of going for kind of a GC for Paul Fischke. Let's fast forward this until the last guys despawn or cut in. There we go. Alright, podium. Alright, final GC, Henok Mulubran obviously wins. Martin Messner gets mountain jersey, so that's great for him. Points, we are at the same points. Mulubran, but on stage, we are ahead of him in this stage, so we should have gotten the jersey. That's incredibly unfair. Just 1 point extra and we would have made it. We should have sprinted with Dunwoody earlier at like a intermediate sprint where only Dance and Vichka were going for it. Youth we get 10th and GC for team classification we get 9th. Were there any gaps in the end here? That is the question. Did we crack the top 20 because of that? The answer is no, unfortunately not. We get moved up one spot ahead of Tonelli now, but that was what we were going for. But yeah, unfortunately no gaps in the peloton all the way to Alexander van Petegem. Brother of, maybe, I don't know, Nicolas Halter. Yep. Anyways, unfortunately, points. Second. Yeah, maybe we should invest in attacking somewhat more for his flat stat. But I think, yeah, I'm just going to look at it in a second. Already going quite long here. Sponsors, they released. Oh, that's not really that good. Let's see. So we had a 1.3 and a 1.318, the same. Now we have 1.225, 1.271, so lower prices, which is unfortunate. Let's go to scouting, because I know the scouting was ready again. The newest scouts. Let's see. Aaron Sick. That is amazing. 3-star with 6-star potential. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Of course we want to sign him. We have Fabio Heinrich. Is that Heinrich I wanted to sign? Probably not, because he's too young. But we need to sign Aaron Sick. He's not too young. Don't tell me he's too young. No, he is not too young. We absolutely need to sign Aaron Sick. Let's go to observation. Let's see. Don't care about you anymore. All we care about is Aaron Sick with a 6-star potential. Damn, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Anyways, other updates. We have Fabio Heinrich here. Not that great stats as I look at it. He's a time trialist, but this is just not that good. So probably the rest isn't. He's too young. For Balmelli and Favre. Jörg Meyerhofer is old enough, but we don't know anything about him. Just an Ordner, no nothing. Langer, we know nothing. A time trialist, 65 time for Linus Ernst, which isn't that bad. And he is young enough, so that may be great. What was I doing? Maybe I did sort it like this, I don't know. Yeah, Witt is too young. Roth is maybe okay, I don't know, he's 65 flat, so too young. These guys we already had. Friedrich Meijer, yeah. Karl Herzog has a hilly sprinter, so that's a good thing. So that's why we're probably investing research into him. But it has to be said, his secondaries are not that great. So I don't know if he himself is a good Fabio Heinrich. We know nothing about him. That's really too young. Linus Ernst. Time trial is for 65 and he was all enough like we just saw. And then we have Waldemar Baum, which we know nothing about, but he is everything. Aaron Sick. Amazing stats. Let's just look around him if there's any guys with... Oh, he's 32, that's fine. With also saw quite some good potential. So who is going to be our wild card. I think his team can always have one wild card rider, you know. Anyway, that was that, which is amazing. Next year we are also going to do a U23 team, just for funsies, because we can, and maybe we'll put Paul Felix Petri in that team. Who knows? Our riders are progressing really quite good, actually. But it's weird that we can't sign Paul Felix Petri or Konishev, I thought. But anyways, let's look at our team now then, and their stats. As you can see here, the 5th has gotten here, so May, that is. You can see here if they've gotten that much better. Bauer has gone better, which I know. We are still on him on sprinting and hilly stages. That's fine. Benedict Benz we still have on time trialing, but he has flattened a bit. Seth Dunwoody also has flattened a bit. But I really want him to or increase his sprinting even higher, or he should get his Northern Classics, time trialing, climbing higher, hilly specialist. Just not that there isn't that much room to invest. So maybe go for climbing. We have him on attacking. Now that's fine. Climbing for Feuerstein as well, because of these insane stats. We wanted to get this more up. It looks like he has gotten better a bit. Doesn't say so, but I think he got better. Paul Fitschke has not really gotten that much better. It looks like, but he's still quite young. You know, training, he likes his trainer. We don't know his style yet, but it's probably going to be groundbreaking. But we just have an international guy. So, not a world-class kind of guy. Ooh, let me just... Here, no, this one. So you can see the stats better. Konishev has not gotten worse yet. Messner. We have him on stage racing, which is probably fine. I would love for him to be somewhat better at climbing and or time trialing. Just his flat stats, somewhat more up. But I want him to have his recuperation high as well, so that's why we're doing stage races. Penna looks like he's gotten better. Let's look at ontwikkeling. Yeah, the last time he got better. Still hilly specialist. That's probably fine. Kasai is also quite high, so maybe we'll train him to be more of a Northern Classics kind of guy, but hilly specialist for now is good. Petri has not really gotten better, and his time trialing is still weak. So that's really unfortunate. This junior German champion, not really cutting it for us. Rotman still has not gotten better in his training. Still have him on sprinting, and we can sign him. We may sign him again, re-signing. But he really has to get better in his stats. I mean, his stats are just bad. His sprinting is good. I mean, it's 72, but still. Shuttle, of course, has gotten a bit better last time. Especially in climbing. So he really hasn't gotten a lot better for us. Like this he was at the beginning, and now he's here, so that's amazing for us. Still have him on stage racing because I want him to on stage racing. I want him to get someone more better in time trialing, climbing, hills, and especially recuperation, which is very bad right now. But he is more of a sprint. He is a Mulubrand kind of guy. I mean, with this sprinting stat and still this hill stat and climbing stat, he's more of a Mulubrand. So maybe we can take Tour of Turkey next year. Who knows? Staley has not gotten better in this career for us that much. he is projected to get worse even. We are not going to re-sign him because he is acceleration and descending in good. But the rest is just not that good, man. Colin Stussy has not gotten worse. He's projected to, but he's not gotten worse. Tendon, we have him as a hilly specialist. He has gotten a bit better at Northern Classics, it looks like. But yeah, we still have him on hills, so he can get his acceleration somewhat more up and maybe get to be a bit more versatile. Yuhi Todome is still 3 stars, not even our best signing this year. He has gotten better though. And he has, for us, okay stats. We still have him on Northern Classic because that's the part where he can increase the most. But he has just a national reputation, a trainer, so it's just not going to be that quickly. Unfortunately, but we can still get his stats somewhat more up. Erik Weckele, 79 hills. If we go here, look at how much since we signed him, even before we signed him, since the start of his career, look at how much he has gotten better. So here we already saw him increasing a lot. Then we signed him, he got better and he got better and better again. And if we go to training, we have him on Northern Classics now because his hills are just 79 hills is very good. So he could be a very good guy. How much did I say good there? He could be a very well rider in the classics. But we need to increase Northern Classics and attacking or baroudeur stat for him there. So his secondaries can get a lot better and his Kassai can get a lot better. Now he's maybe just good enough for something like a what is that called? I forget. I know Bretagne kind of stages. But still a 4.5 star guy for us. That's really great. Binte has not gotten that much better. I mean, since we signed him, he has very good potential. He's gotten better and a bit better again. We still have him on stage racing, but he's just not increasing his stats that much, which is very unfortunate. And Zangerle may sign him again. Look, he has gotten, even this season, he has gotten better at a lot of things, and he is just a good beginning of a lead-out rider. If we sign him again, I just don't know. I think we will though. Oh wait, he's to 2027. Never mind. Anyways, next time we're going to attack these one-day races. Boucles de l'Aulne, Châteaulin, Tour de Finestre, Grand Prix Morbihan, and Trobro-Léon, so one of my favorite races there is. Erzgebirge, Rundvaart, we may even ride, and Classique Dunkirk, just before 4 jours to Dunkirk, which is basically 5 days. Grand Prix de Hoeste de France, which is basically the sprinter thing. We have Shrettel there for the last stage, probably. But we have our team separated in Tour de Hongrie and 4 jours Dunkirk. We have Messner as a goal on Tour de Hongrie. We have, that's Messner again. Yuhi Todome with a goal there, and we have Dietmar Bauer and Felix Steli for 4 jours Dunkirk, and quite some guys for Rundum Köln. Where is Dunwoody going? He's going to Rundum Köln. Basically because of the top 10 goal we need to get there. Anyways, last thing to do today, let's look at Klassement. We get up a bit with our guys. Not that much though. Let's maybe just simulate to the next day. I will simulate the rest of camera just because that's a bit quicker, but now probably all the results are going to get loaded, or the points are going to get loaded at least. If not, we have to simulate to the next week. But anyway, what is this? Tour de Pologne. Guys who kandidaat teams. Quite a lot. And San Sebastian, also quite a lot, but there will be 7 teams from these 11. Alright. Prize money, we got quite a lot of prize money, so that's amazing. Let's delete these mails. Let's look at the klassement then. Klassement. Mijn ploeg. Points hasn't been really counted yet, have they? No. Let's simulate some more days then maybe. Let's just simulate the Boucles de Lorne. Wow, I'm already almost streaming 3 hours. That intermezzo with looking at riders really killed me. And killed this stream, I think. Anyways. Schrettel is not that happy. Rotman is not happy. Bauer Ditmar is not very happy. Probably because they all need a win. Yeah. They need a win. Badly. What is it? Results klassement. Has it now been counted? Yes, it has. I think. Presidential Tour of Turkey, 70 points. Only 70. Huh. Anyways, as a team, we are 26 now, so still not World Tour, but high Pro Tour. And that's exactly where we want to be. We are aiming to be 19th here somewhere, 19th, 20th, so we can get a lot of races. We can choose all the races we want to ride, World Tour and all. But of course we want to get as high as we can so we can get invited to World Tour races as well. So this is not that bad. And we're probably going to get quite some more points because if we quickly look at the calendar, we have Quatre Jours, Dunkirk and Tour de Hungary. Then we have Boucle de Mayenne. So those are 3 Pro Tour where you can get quite some points. And then we have Tour of Slovenia where you can get quite some points. Tour de Suisse where I hope to get a lot of points. Valois Belgium Tour as well. Tour of Magnificent Qinghai. I really don't want to race it. I've ridden that there so many times. And Tour of Austria. So maybe we're going to simulate Tour of Magnificent Qinghai and just ride Tour of Austria because that's something we need to do. ETS Tour de Wallonie we also have maybe. And then at the end we have quite some 2.1s. We have here Circuit Franco-Belge, Deutschland Tour. I don't think we are going to race that because I don't think that's a real invite maybe. But anyways, quite a lot of Dot Pro Grand Prix de Wallonie. It's maybe something for Weckele. And here we have GP Fourmier, maybe even. So, and Japan, Utsunomiya Japan Cup Road Race and Paris Tour. So still quite some pro races and even World Tour that we can race. I don't know why Tour de Suisse has not yet been selected for guys. I'm quickly going to look into that. Oh, we can't even put them on the calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, some of them probably has Valoise as a goal, like Benz Benedict and Minter Zenolevi Winter. Maybe even Fausto Penna and Paul Fischke, but we can't select it. Unfortunate. Tour de Suisse, yeah, see, we can't select it. which is odd. Probably because I edited it way later. Anyways, Tour de Hongrie, we have 5 of 6 registered, and we have 6 of 7, and Rundum Köln, we have 7 out of 7 selected. Maybe we'll just get this guy, Paul Felix Petri, deselected here, Rundum Köln, and go to Tour of Hungary so we have enough riders there. And let's change that as its goal as well. So in each race we have enough riders to at least start. I wanted to go to riders. Let's go to Petri. Here we are. And that is not your goal. This entirely is your goal. Rundum Köln is not your goal anymore. And he has also Paloise Belgian Tour, yeah, because he's a time trialist, of course, and a flat rider, but he isn't just that good. Anyways. Right, that is just going to be everything today, alright? This is really the end. I really want to thank you for watching. I enjoyed it. I am very tired, and I'm going to leave you at that. So there's only one thing left for me to say, and that is I want you to have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, wherever you're watching this from, whatever time you're watching this. It has been a long day for me, but I hope you have a good day. And I want to wish you well. Yeah, that's it. Ciao.